Sit back and relax because right now we have a script flipping classic that should be taught in high schools and colleges across the United States. It is filled with villainy, comedy, and irony. It's very instructive. This comes from the James Freeman channel. You know James Freeman. There's not a tyrant he won't stand up to, and he does it in a classic style that everyone, and I mean everyone, not just Americans, everyone should see. This right here is where he turns and flips the script on the law enforcement officers that is usually read to us. We're the ones who usually get in trouble for doing what James Freeman caught them doing. Let's take it from the top.
On the report.
Oh, I can write that.
Yeah, I just need your name, date of birth, and address. Pop that magazine out. Here, come over here so we can see it on video.
This is so good.
And let's go ahead and pull that. And there's one in the chamber right there. Yep. Let's pop that out.
Wow.
Really? Really? You can't tell me who left an unsecured loaded firearm on the front seat of a car?
Here too.
Hey, how you doing today, sir?
This is. I want to just say this is how it should be. They should be answerable to us. They are our servants. At least that's the way it's supposed to be. You know, they've extorted the money from us, and they're the ones who say that they're protecting and serving, and they're going to be the servants of the public. This is the way it should be, the way you're viewing it right now. This is the way we should treat cops, and this is the way they should submit to us.
Good. Just go ahead and keep your hands where I can see them, please.
Love it.
So the reason I'm stopping you today is we are checking for, you keep your hands out of your pockets.
Perfect.
We're out here conducting an investigation today at a police department in Mississippi. Got a lot of issues with police officers planting drugs, guns, all types of things in people's cars. We're just investigating these vehicles out here.
And you know, to regular boobus Americanus who's been immersed in the 15,000 hour indoctrination public fool process, they probably think that that's a joke. Burner phones, drugs to plant on people. How many times have we caught cops planting drugs or guns on somebody when they knew they were being filmed with their own body camera? This is, on one level, this is comedic gold. On the other level, the irony and the villainy that's actually uncovered in this, and just how none of us should tolerate what these cops do to us, it's off the charts. What these cops do is intolerable, and then how they treat us is even more intolerable. Treat us for doing the same things that they end up doing.
In the plain view doctrine. Hey, how you doing today, sir? Good. Just go ahead and keep your hands where I can see them, please. So the reason I'm stopping you today is we are checking for, you keep your hands out of your pockets if you, thanks. We're looking for illegal drugs, narcotics, or burner guns. Do you have anything like that in the vehicle here today? No?
All your weapons secure?
I need to get my AR out.
No. Yeah, is it secured? Okay, perfect. That's what
I missed that the first time. Do I need to get my AR out? Oh my gosh, man.
Checking for, make sure there's no drugs in there, and get your rifle secured. I appreciate your cooperation with my investigation. If you have any questions about this investigation, you can reach out to Buddy Bow. Hey, appreciate you, sir.
Buddy Bow.
And we're looking for any drugs, guns that may have serial numbers scraped off of them. It looks like these are all the units that are actually in use. All right, over here we have an unsecured rifle.
Unbelievable. Unfrickin' believable.
We've got an unsecured rifle.
Now, what do you think would happen to you if you were in the grocery store parking lot, or you were picking up lumber at Lowe's or whatever, and some passerby looked into your vehicle and they saw an unsecured weapon where anybody who was dishonest could walk by, break that window, and steal that gun? If the police came by on a call like that, what do you think would happen to you?
It's an M&P 15 loaded and completely unsecured.
So in case you're wondering, this violates department policy as well as Mississippi state law. But more importantly, this is just reckless and stupid.
Yep.
Mississippi law says that if you're going to carry a firearm in a vehicle, it must be unloaded and kept out of sight with the vehicle locked. Police vehicles have a locking rack right between the driver's seat and the passenger seat specifically for this rifle to be locked into. But for
We're told that one of the primary reasons, one of the ways that criminals get guns is by stealing them from people who don't have their firearms secured. Case in point right here.
whatever reason, this officer decided that the law and the department policies, and common sense for that matter, just don't apply to him. And he left this loaded rifle right out in the open.
Let me make sure I got that on my other camera too.
Unfreaking believable. Unbelievable.
There we go. Unsecured loaded firearm.
What a
Number
find.
17.
My colleagues have been doing a great job of keeping potential suspects distracted.
Hey, is the chief around? Okay, thanks. Let him know Grande's here. Grande?
Grande?
Yeah. I'm the one doing the investigation on the out there, so.
It's Grande
Thanks.
Johnson.
Yeah, she's getting the chief for me. I've got some issues to address with my investigation.
He's out today due to the holiday.
Darn it.
Oh, okay. What holiday is it? Oh, okay.
It is Columbus Day, that's true.
All right.
From what unit number 9?
Well, I got some issues. Is there a supervisor I can speak to, ma'am?
This cop's going to give us a tour.
Oh, this is the supervisor?
This gentleman down here is going to give us a tour. He's been watching our stuff on YouTube all day. He's going to give us a tour of the park.
Okay.
Where,
If he's been watching my live, he already knows what's going on down there then.
oh, is it bad?
Yeah, it's bad.
Really?
Yeah, for real.
No, Grande.
Dead serious.
Oh, well, tell him then.
That's James Freeman.
Hey, man. How are you? I go by Grande.
John.
So I'm doing an investigation out here today, and I was looking for nefarious things in vehicles, looking for unregistered firearms, drugs, anything that could be planted on people. Unit 18 is very sloppy, but it's Unit 17 that I think you're going to have a real
I
problem.
didn't catch that the first time either. Things that could be planted on people, and the cop goes, right, yeah, we're aware of the we're aware of those items.
If you want to come look at it with me?
Sure.
Last unit on the right. You want to grab the key and we'll see if it's loaded right now?
Yeah.
I'll check it for you.
It's not loaded. It's not loaded. It's not loaded.
It looks loaded to me.
It's not.
It's got the mag in it. The question is, are there...
I don't know how Ron Durbin says it's not loaded. It's got a magazine inserted into the rifle. Typically, those magazines have rounds in them. And typically, a person will chamber that round. I don't know how you could look at a gun and say it's not loaded when there's every indication that it's loaded. So that's kind of weird to me.
Huh?
It's in it. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Yeah? You want me to clear it for you?
I can.
Okay.
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, if you just get the key, I'll get the weapon cleared. And
Did the cop also say that it wasn't loaded? Because if the cop said it wasn't loaded, then maybe it was the cop that said it's not loaded. Let's just take a look at it again.
check it for you.
It's
And
not loaded. It's not loaded. It's not loaded.
Wait a
it's very
second.
sloppy, but it's Unit 17.
I think Durbin said it's not loaded, and the cop just kind of parroted what Durbin said.
Last unit on the right. You want to grab the key and we'll see if it's loaded right now? I'll check it for you.
It's
And
not loaded. It's not loaded.
Okay, Durbin said it's not loaded first, and this cop says it's not loaded. So the cop's lying. Because what police officer is going to have a firearm in his car that is not loaded? That makes no sense.
It's not loaded.
it looks
He's
loaded
lying.
to me.
The cop is lying.
It's got the mag in it. The question is, are
It's
there...
in it.
The
The mag's in it.
That's weird.
Well, thank you.
Yeah? You want me to clear it for you?
I can.
Okay.
I appreciate it, though.
Yeah, if you just get the key, I'll get the weapon cleared, and he's gonna get the key. I'll get the weapon cleared. Make sure we're good.
This witnessing James Freeman, this is a professional at work, and it goes far beyond trolling. It's trying to hold the police officers accountable for the very thing that they would try to hold us accountable for. How many people do you think are sitting in prison right now or went through the court, the injustice system, for this exact charge right here? Do you think that cops would let you go? Okay, just as long as we go ahead and clear that, let's go ahead and empty that out. Let's go ahead and secure that, and then we're going to let you be on your way. No, they'd confiscate your firearms. They would arrest you. They would kidnap you. They'd fingerprint you, and you'd be sitting in a cage right now.
Hey, Sarge. Is it Sergeant or Lieutenant? Lieutenant? Hey, I'm going to stay over here by it. You're coming over to get the keys, right?
My sergeant know the key.
Okay, like I said, we were looking for basically burner guns. You know what a burner gun is? So I'll stay over there by it so it doesn't disappear. And if you can come over and we'll check it, make sure it's got a serial number and all that good stuff on it.
A burner gun is, I call them a drop gun. A drop gun is an extra firearm, and usually an extra loaded firearm that they keep in a baggie or somewhere secured in their car, so that when they want to pin something on somebody, something like an illegal weapons charge, they can drop that gun. That's why they call it a drop gun. They can drop it on the floorboard and go, hey, come over here, look what we found, and get it on the body, hide their body camera or turn it off and then turn it on at the appropriate time. That's what a burner gun is, or a drop gun.
That's our department gun.
Okay. Well, we'll check it out. Thanks, man. I'll be over here waiting.
Yeah, we got to check it out because I'm just doing my job of investigating
I don't know.
you cops.
That doesn't look loaded to me.
Doesn't look loaded?
That's not what a loaded gun looks like. He was saying, but there's not one in the chamber. That's what he was saying. We'll see. They laugh and joke and they're like, oh, yeah. No, it's a department gun. Yeah, of course it's got a serial number. Prove it.
Yep, prove it.
They don't have keys? We're going to have to secure that weapon somehow. They have a brick? That weapon's got to be secured.
Yep.
They know that gun is loaded and chambered and that somebody's going to be in even more trouble when we prove it. So they're pretending that they can't find the key.
Yep.
I don't care what he's got to do. Get a brick, call a locksmith, whatever you got to do. We need to get that weapon secured. If we can't get into it, I may have to have it taken to my tow yard. Secure the entire vehicle in the tow yard.
This is phenomenal work. I mean, there's no way to over-exaggerate what James Freeman is doing here. This is classic, true investigative work and journalism and a public service to everybody in this area to boot.
You got a key? All right. So if you can hold the clipboard, for my safety, I just want to make sure you don't touch the firearm. And
I don't know about taking out properties. I don't know.
Well, what I'll do is
You see me take it out.
Well, I'll take it out for you. That way you don't touch it. So I'll take the firearm out, and I'll take the magazine out, and then I will clear it. Is that
You gonna clear it
for my safety? I don't feel safe with you just grabbing a gun around me.
I got a gun.
But me too. But I don't feel safe with you.
I don't know how our policy about it. Well, seriously,
What's that?
our policy.
Or what's your policy?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, he's going to follow the policy now, but the guy who left the gun in the car, which might have been him, isn't following policy on the big stuff. So he wants to major in the minors.
Is there one in the magazine?
Let's pop that magazine out. Here, come over here so we can see it on video.
Oh, yeah.
And let's go ahead and pull that. And there's one in the chamber right
There
there.
you go.
Yep. Let's pop that out.
Look at that. Oh my God.
Wow, 50-50. We were on the...
All right. We got the
LT,
round.
should he have had one in the chamber?
So,
Should he have had one in the chamber?
Is that policy or what?
policy.
I mean, I always have one in the chamber. That's why I said, when you said it's not loaded, I said, who carries a gun that's not loaded?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So you're not supposed to have one in the chamber? And it's supposed to be locked in that rack up there, right?
There's another word for an unloaded gun. Paperweight.
Fire safety. Do the officer.
All right. Do you want me to go ahead and just take that firearm for you?
No, I got it.
Can we go test it to make sure it works?
Oh, no, sir.
It's a good thing we found it, right?
I appreciate it.
Rather than, I mean, seriously, there's no cameras.
Serious. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
There's no cameras. I mean,
I'm serious.
I looked at that and I said, man, I do need another one.
I'm glad you did find it, though, for real.
What's the name of the officer who left it in there?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the officer.
Can we find out?
Can you get
We're gonna need to. I'm gonna need to put it in my.
Okay.
I got to put it in my report.
Cops licking his lips. It was probably him. He got caught.
I had to get with my captain. See.
Okay. And what's your name?
Lieutenant Newton.
I've got his card right here.
Okay, Lieutenant Newton. Let me just make sure and write all this down. I gotta have a complete report.
John Newton.
LT Newton.
Newton John.
Okay, and who's your
Lieutenant John Newton
captain?
from the Greenwood Police Department.
Gibson.
And your captain is Gibson.
And he's got a thin blue line badge of tyranny on his vest.
And then we just need the name of the individual that. And is he a certified police officer?
Yes.
And what's his name?
I had to give it to the captain.
You don't know it?
I know it, but it's procedure.
It's procedure.
Really? You can't tell me who left an unsecured loaded firearm on the front seat of a car?
He might hear too.
Is he coming out? Just let.
Is the captain here?
I can ask him to come out now.
Yeah, appreciate it. I just got to make sure and be thorough. Hey, LT Newton, I'm sorry, a couple more questions just to make sure I got my report filled out completely. What's your date of birth?
June 74.
What is it?
June 74.
June of 74. And what's a good address for you?
Court.
Address.
What's that?
No, court marriage visit.
I'm sorry?
No, court marriage visit.
Well, I got to write it down in the report.
Oh, I can write that.
Oh, okay. And then, yeah, I just need your name, date of birth, and address. So, there you go.
Social security number, your mom's maiden name. I need the whole works, man. This is a serious matter.
You just have him hold the firearm while you're writing it down. That way, we don't have any accidents.
This is just one police department in one state, in one county, in one city. Imagine how many other cops are leaving loaded firearms in their cars that can be easily accessed by any passing criminal who wants to break that window and get himself a gun.
Yeah.
Not to mention what they would do to you if they found you in the same
And then
situation.
I'll just need the name, date of birth, and address of the gentleman who left it in the vehicle. So I'll let my boss know that you're the one that secured the firearm then, and that it's in your possession at this time. Is that all right? Okay, great. Thank you. Oh, serial number. I apologize.
Serial number.
I need to make sure it has a serial number on it.
That's James's audience. Got James's back.
The whole thing we're here investigating is whether or not these are burner guns that are.
Definitely a serial number.
Where is it? Okay.
As you can see in this freeze frame, the serial number has been gouged at and is badly damaged, but as soon as the lieutenant noticed it, he turned the firearm back over, refusing to allow me to get a clear shot of it.
Interesting.
Right here.
It had the 17 unsecured laying on the seat.
Second.
It's the only 17 on the seat unsecured.
Loaded.
You know what a burner gun is?
Burner knife. I don't know what it is. You don't know what a burner gun is?
They haven't taught you yet? You keep a spare firearm on you in your vehicle or drugs and stuff. That way when you shoot somebody, you can sprinkle some crack on them and then throw a gun on them and say, well, he had drugs and a gun. And that way when it's a bad shoot, all of a sudden it's a good shoot. Right?
This is classic James Freeman, and this is the way journalism and investigations, true investigations, where you're actually causing the police, you're forcing them to be transparent. You are the transparency layer that they need so that we can protect society from the criminals in uniform. So it's got everything. It's got villainy, it's got comedy, it's got irony. Go over to James Freeman's channel, subscribe to him. Definitely worthy of a subscription. Leave your thoughts about this for the world and the global thought police in the comment section below. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification icon, give it a thumbs up, share it with everybody you know. Subscribe to my free email list over at my website, highimpactflix.com. And don't forget to head on over to my brand new political accountability channel called The Disturbing Illusion. You'll especially want to see the last video that I did where I went over to the worst hit areas in North Carolina to talk to some of the folks over there and to assess the damage. Also, we have some 360 camera footage where you can interactively participate in the video, swipe on your phone or drag your mouse and look all around at your leisure. Don't forget, freedom is dangerous. The only thing more dangerous is not having freedom, and we definitely don't want to get to that point. I will see you in the next video.